Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to pre-market update. Hope you all had a great trading day yesterday. And today I will show you how I share my stocks, which I'm buying and selling with my members. You can see I have a special group for members only. And here yesterday around 2:46 p.m. I bought UCO. This is oil 2x leverage ETF, and I'm already up. You can see if you put UCO here, and you can see here it's already up pre-market. Let me just bring it up around 1.15%. Okay, so I'll be taking profit at the market open. I will tell everybody to do that. And also I took also National Bank day before yesterday, 4th of February. I said I'm buying here. I got out with profit before I bought Microsoft. Same day here, and then got out in profit in Microsoft, then CIBC Bank out in profit again, and then Apple. So you can see how I'm telling every day in few hours the trades I'm taking, and you can just copy this trade and take exit, and it's a lot of money every day. You can make easily 2 to 3%. This is also buy and sells, which signals which I'm giving to my subscribers for SPY and QQQ. Same thing for futures, S&P 500 and Nasdaq. You can see how we were trading. You can see we were in the sell zones, all the zones I'm giving, and when it's here in the red area, you want to sell. You can see here we got a sell here from the red area. You can see very easily to make that profit, and I'm sharing these with all my subscribers. And we have a chat box. If everybody has any questions, you can reach me there as well. Okay, so if you like that section, and if you want to make a lot of money, all you have to do is subscribe. There's a join button in the description of this video. Join, subscribe, let me know your user ID. I will add you to this members only section where I share all these levels, and any questions, any stocks you want me to give you levels, I can give you levels for those as well, and you can be on the right side of the trade. Also, I want to share like Tesla, for example, yesterday. You can see one of the subscribers asked me, is it in the buy zone? I said, yeah, it's in the buy zone. Yesterday, you can see Tesla was here in the buy zone, and then it massive pump from here. You can see from the zone here, green line to the top, almost 3% pump yesterday. So you can see it's so easy to make money there. All right, guys, let's move on now to our regular session. S&P 500, we had a jobs report, so we had a little bit of fluctuation, and S&P 500 is in the neutral zone before that, just some chopping around, now going higher towards sell zone. So pre-market kind of flat. You can see SPY QQQ, but if it opens here, somewhere here, that could be a good area you want to be shorting. Okay. Same thing with Nasdaq. It's going to be here. If it goes here, look to short. And then this is Dow Jones, little weaker. It's in the neutral zone, still ways to go, 45,028 and above. And then this is Russell, which came to actually touching the buy zone and then popping from there. So good area here. Bitcoin also just massive bounce after this jobs report, and again going into the sell zone around 98K. This is the area of resistance. And actually I share these levels for free with all my subscribers. I have this public channel, and I share these levels for free with all the subscribers. You can see here we were going to the buy zone and massive pump after that. Okay, you can see how we were touching buy zone here, and we came from sell zone to the buy zone. You can see it was in the sell zone. We were like going towards sell zone to the buy zone, and then it touched, and you should be looking to buy here. If you bought around 96K, you should be in profit right now. You can see here it was here around 96K, and I shared, and from there to now almost 2.66%. I shared this for free, so there's a link in the Discord. If you don't want to know for another other, you don't want to pay, you can just join this free Discord. Okay, so let's do a long-term analysis now, and let's go to our famous chart here, levels here. Now RSI is in the middle, so nothing to do here, but if you're bull, we're looking at 63.91. From here, it's possible we could go touch that around 4.93%. And if you're bear, we're looking for bottom green line, which is around 9.5%. So right, we will keep an eye on this. Right now, I don't know which way it's going to go. February is usually weaker, February to March, so we can see if it's going to get a decline or it's going to keep pumping higher. We will keep an eye on this. And now look at daily chart here, and this is a daily chart of SPX, and SPX cycle is saying we had a nice bounce yesterday. SPX was up 0.36%, but cycle is saying we expect some weakness. We're coming towards closer to this bottom zone here. We'll see if we get this weakness or this is it. But let's see, there are no gaps at the bottom, so that's good news. There's a big gap here, so that I don't know. We need some kind of a major market event to go that low. So we'll see if that happens. Amazon index is also not bad. Came flat. Amazon is up or down, sorry, only 2.5%. So that's not helping or doing anything to the stock market. These are live futures kind of flat right now. And good news is it's above all moving averages. So we'll see how things go up. And one thing I want to show you, whenever you're in doubt, look into the weekly chart. You can see weekly we came and touched this white line time and time again. Every time we touch, we bounce, we touch, we bounce. Same thing on NASDAQ. You can see between white line and red line, came and bounced, came and bounced. Here we also touched the white and red line between them and bouncing. So this also keeps you in the right track. So whenever we are below white line, which is 20 moving average, look to buy that area. And on NDX chart, there is a gap at the top here. So they could pump all the way higher to 22,000 and then before they bring it down. So we'll see how that shapes up. Dow Jones also down yesterday a little bit, 0.29%, but holding above green line and above all moving averages, so looking good. And these are the gaps at the bottom, no gaps at the top. IWM has a couple of gaps at the top. Again, trying to close above this red line, 50 moving average, still not able to do that, holding support. So let's see where it goes. I think this gap is not fully filled, but they will try to fill it at some point. And in terms of Bitcoin, Bitcoin getting a 7 count SPY signal. So let's see if it get a pump. Usually we get 7 counts here and we pump 7, 8, 9, sometimes a little bit lower, then we go higher. So let's see if it's gonna finally bottom and then start to go higher. We'll see. If we come back to this yellow box, look to buy it here. It's holding nicely here. And this is a 77K gap. Just keep that in mind as well on Bitcoin CME futures. Ethereum, after this big wick, just holding, consolidating. A lot depends on Bitcoin, how Ethereum will do. On ETH futures, there's a big gap down here around 3308. The gap will fill. And also inversely, if you're a bear, 2236 also can come. It's right now in the middle, so nothing much to say here. And keep moving to Hang Seng Index, China. This gap is filled, so we can delete this finally. And looking very nice. 9 counts buy signal just going higher, about to make a new high. We'll see. So it's just buy the dip. Very good news for Chinese stocks. Bond market also very good news. Just consolidating, making a flag, left shoulder, neck, and right shoulder, and going higher. So consolidating below 200 moving average, blue lines, and then it's going to probably break out. TLT also same thing. Bond market is looking good and healthy here. In terms of commodities, let me start with oil. Oil had a bad day last couple of days, straight down going from I guess mid of Jan, so almost a month of downtrend. And let's see if it's going to pick up because it's in a nice area here. The lower it goes, the better support it is. Looking for a bounce from here. Let's see if we get that today. CNK got rejected around this 50 moving average. Let's see if it also can bounce. All depends on oil. And Suncor also after good earnings, just consolidating. Same thing with energy sector. Very massive sell-off yesterday. Let's see if it can bounce. All depends on oil, how they do it. And let's keep moving to natural gas. Natural gas also trying to fill this top gap around 3.459. So once that fill, it's possible we can come back down to fill this bottom gap. So keep that in mind. Gold just keep going higher. 8 count sell signal. And so every time we get these sell, we get some decline. So we'll get ready for decline. So just remember this gap could be filled 2700. Silver also just consolidating. 8 count sell signal. You can see every time we have to be careful here. This is copper looking very, very bullish, going higher, straight higher, new highs. Buy the dip. Sugar is making right shoulder, so once it's done, some resistance here, but it's going to eventually break out. Wheat also very bullish candle yesterday, finally above all moving averages, above blue lines, which acted as a resistance a lot of times. You can see it was very hard to get above blue lines here. You can see time and time again, but finally we are closing above that. So let's see, maybe this is it. This is it. We are getting ready for a massive bull run. Corn also by the dip. Dollar also looking good, holding this green line. Every time we come to this green box, we bounce. And let's go and now look into all the FANG stocks. Apple is right now in the middle, down 0.38%. gaps at the bottom near 200 moving average. That could be a good buy if we get here and fill this gap at 233 and then pump higher. Meta is just launchpad, unbelievable rally here. Amazon after earnings down very slightly near 20 moving average. White line, if it goes, there are all these gaps. You can take a screenshot. Let's see if it can find somewhere support here. Google green finally yesterday after touching these support area lines, red and yellow lines. It can hold here and then bounce and fill this gap. So keep that in mind. Microsoft also was in this nice support area, but this gap up yesterday still not filled. If they come back to fill this gap, look to buy here. NVDA massive move yesterday, but this big gap, I'm not sure if it's going to be filled, it's going to get rejected, or it's going to keep going higher. We will keep an eye on that. Tesla was down yesterday, gap down. I'm not sure if this gap is filled. We can take a no, still a little bit left. So let's see what they do. A lot of support here in this 320 areas. If that fails, then we're going to this 250 area. If that fails, we're going to 214 area. So keep that in mind. AMD just going lower with some divergences building bullish momentum, but we wait for AMD to close above this white line. So keep that in mind. And I think that's about it. If there's any particular stock you want me to review, put a comment and I will take a look. VIX again looks like it wants to fill this gap at 14. If that happens, then S&P 500 going higher. If not, if it wants to fill the stop gap, then S&P 500 is going lower. Okay, guys, that's it for today. And hit the like button on your way out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.